Welcome back to Life at the Lodge. And I know, he did the part 2 thing. But the reason I did part 2 of the British Columbia Mountain Caribou Hunt is because it would have been too much to try to stick it all into just one video. It was a really fun, really enjoyable hunt. And I didn't want to gloss over all of the things that we got to do. You know, all of the animals we've seen and the territory and everything that goes into it. Plus, I think it looks good to show that not everything always goes the way you plan. You know, even though we were, shooting for a television show and, had the video and all that, it just did not work out on the first trip. And it took a year for us to get back to the place to actually put ourselves in a position to actually harvest a beautiful mountain caribou. So I didn't want to just gloss over it, put on both at once. So sit back, enjoy part 2 of British Columbia Mountain Caribou Hunt.
Welcome to the show. Last week on Hardcore Hunter TV, we were in BC hunting mountain caribou with Perry from Deluxe Wall Tents. We spent 6 days chasing caribou all over the mountain, having a great time, but not having the best of luck.
Are you kidding me? It's the last morning. We're cooking breakfast. We're at the tent. The plane's on his way in. We look up, and skylined is a caribou. I got all the way up, and he's got 4 on one side in a kicker, 3 on the other side in a kicker, and he needs 5 to be legal, so he's just not a legal bull, and there's nothing we can do about it. 6 days tramping up and down these hills 10 miles a day, and not 300 yards, 400 yards from camp is a nice mature bull, but just doesn't have what we need to shoot him. So I guess this is where the hard part of Hardcore Hunter TV comes into, because it is really hard to look at a mature animal and not be able to shoot it, but it is what it is. So here we go.
On Hardcore Hunter TV, we don't give up. So we're on our way back to BC, we're back in the tents, we're back on the mountains, and it's part 2 of our British Columbia Mountain Caribou Hunt. And this time our luck is about to change, so don't go away. We've got an exciting episode of Hardcore Hunter TV coming up.
It's amazing to me how fast time flies as I find myself back in the airport on my way back to BC. The one thing that doesn't change, however, is the distance we have to travel. But after a year of reliving each and every moment, I can't wait to get back on the mountain and hunting for caribou. With all our gear unloaded and the plane heading off, it's time once again to set up the tent.
All right, 15 minutes. 2 men, 1 tent, home for the week.
Just like the year before, we climb up on the lookout and immediately start to see lots of animals.
There they all go. Gotta line them.
We watch that group for a bit and head up over the hills and finally find my first legal British Columbia mountain caribou.
That is what's called a mediocre caribou. He's a legal caribou, but alright, well, it's our second trip. First legal bull that we've had a shot at. But Perry tells me it's about as barely legal as an animal gets. So we're gonna let this one walk, hope that it doesn't come back and bite us in the ass. But yeah, we came here for a nice caribou, and I don't mind a medium, good quality animal, but I don't want to take just the bottom of the barrel yet. It's only our second day, so we'll let this guy go, and hopefully we run into Mr. Big down the road. But it ain't easy. Crawled up, and there's 4 or 5 bulls, but you gotta have 5 and a kicker, 6 points in total. And there's one up there that maybe had that, but he was a lot smaller than one we saw yesterday. We passed on, so I wasn't going to shoot him. So we're going to keep on trucking. Had an interesting this morning. Come up over a ridge and saw a grizzly again. We saw one yesterday at about 20 yards looking at us, and then seen another one this morning running down along a river basin. So lots of animals. Seen a wolf in behind the camp and all kinds of caribou, just not the caribou. So here we go, hardcore hunter, chasing caribou once again. What is it about this rack that makes him legal?
Okay, first of all, what you need is 6 points, including this one.
The kicker at the back.
If you don't have this, you need 6 on top. Well, this one's got 1. It's got the kicker.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
And
6.
the front is what? So if if he didn't have the kicker, but he had 6 up top, he's legal.
He's legal either way, yeah.
But if he doesn't have 6, including these, he's not.
Exactly.
The caribou I got within 30 yards yesterday, he had this, but he had 4. He didn't have 5 on top, which meant he wasn't legal and I couldn't shoot him. And these are just the sheds from the same caribou
See,
we
this
found.
one, who knows what was on top. If it matched this, he'd have another 4 or 5 on top here, but bust off.
And these are mature
This is
caribou with nice shovel, bezes, the whole thing. He's a shooter bull all day long.
This shovel's not tremendous. Or sorry, this isn't so big, but the bez is nice. It's nice if you have a couple more or even a little more this way. The shovel is pretty average, but average. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll take him, if he walks over in front of us today,
Yeah.
I don't care how big all this stuff is, if he's got 6 points up top, he's a goner. So here we go, hardcore hunter.
We hunt the rest of the day and see a few more caribou, but nothing big enough to shoot. So it's back to the camp and time for supper.
Alright, one really nice thing about this place is there are all kinds of ptarmigan around. So we were able to get some for supper. We're going to breast these guys out, and we'll either fry them up tonight or we'll fry them up tomorrow. Good deal. Alright, so what's on the menu tonight?
We have ptarmigan, potatoes, beans, and biscuits.
And biscuits. So that's the ptarmigan we shot last night. Potatoes, no beans. And then we have the ultimate camp favorite. Baked biscuits cooking on our diesel fired stove, so they're starting to brown up. Need another minute, but they'll be good. So we're in the camp. We just had supper. It's blown about 120 at least, right? maybe not quite that much. But it's blowing hard enough to lift the walls and buckle them in and out and everything else, but pretty much snug as a bug in a rug. Got our stove going, our clothes drying. Hey, your tent gonna hold up tonight?
Hope so.
Wrong answer. The right answer is absolutely.
No problem.
After spending a windy night in the tents, we get up the next morning, climb back up on the lookoff, and spot a herd of caribou down by the lake that need a closer look. With the camera filming from above, I spot a huge mature bull and start to close the distance. The caribou sense something is wrong and start to move off, and I have one chance as they crest a small hill, giving me a shot. From down below, I can only see the caribou as they crest the hill one at a time, and I watch until finally my bull of a lifetime steps into view, and I settle in and take my shot.
All right, Barry, thank you very much, my friend.
Well done. Excellent.
Finally, after my second trip to BC, passing up a decent bull yesterday and seeing probably close to 50 animals, 18 in one bunch and a bunch more. We were sitting way up top of the hill. We seen this group, got on this animal, and man, what a beautiful bull. He dragged us all over the mountain here, but you know, just a phenomenal animal, and I couldn't be happier with him. So,
with my caribou on the ground, all that's left to do is to cape it out, order up the meat, and head back to camp.
all right, there we go. Back at camp from about, how far was that?
2 miles, 2.5
2 miles, all right. Well, we finally got it done. Like you said earlier, 2 years and a lot of miles walking up and down these hills, but look what's on the back. That's all that counts. So score one for Hardcore Hunter and Perry from Deluxe Wall Tents. You know, it's just a great hunt. So I gotta get this sucker off my back, because let me tell you, it's heavy.